And welcome back, people. What we are going to do now is to explore the Utopia some more. And I feel like going back to the Grand Hall and exploring the upper balcony on the inner garden. So to do that, I'm going to jump back here to the Grand Hall. Yeah. So let's walk forwards. Now, you might recall that the door up there was locked. We need to channel the power to that door, just as we channeled power to the elevator. So, I'm going to go over to this connection point. Right now it's pointing to the left to channel power to the elevator. Let's just switch that to the right. Let's check this connection point. We found that earlier. Yeah, and it's pointing towards the door, so we can leave that as it is. And now it's still locked. What was that rowing noise? Is that the F-16s?
Don't you have to press the button first?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, now the locks are open.
Done. Okay. So let's just have a look around. Quite a pleasant place, this. We've got a table, nice table actually, and some ornaments. Earl Grey tea. I do like Earl Grey.
Me too.
Oh, and it's another symbol. Somebody's even printing the symbols on the cutlery. And yes, that is what you think it is. It is a slider puzzle, a dreaded slider puzzle. We're going to come back to that later. They instill me with a sense of fear. Let's have a look up here. You can see a glass roof. Quite pretty. And you'll notice that some of the windows here are coloured. It's almost as though we have a grid of windows. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And is everything okay, Marlies?
Yes, it is. There was just an F-16 passing over, so I went there for a few seconds, but it's gone now.
Okay. Just so that people know, Marlies is at a location where there are some F-16 aircraft flying past, and sometimes they make a bit of a roar, but it's okay. Don't worry about that. So nothing like an F-16 going past. So we've got these 4. I think it's 4. Is it a 4x4 grid? It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think it's a 4x5 grid.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a pretty nasty clue to spot. It's not easy, but this is a clue, believe it or not. We're going to be seeing that later. So we finally managed to unlock the inner garden balcony. Let's have a look over the edge. You can see down here to the So that's all I'm going to do here. I really came just to see this clue. We're going to be using that shortly. So let's go back to the elevator. And we're going to be travelling to the lift again. And I want to travel to the top floor now. So let's open the lift. Oh, but the lift is locked. Why? Because I changed the power supply. So let's switch that back. Okay, let's take a look and we'll visit floor number 14. Here we are. Let's step outside. Okay, we've got some pretty looking lanterns here and a large dome. Now I guess this large dome here is the, if we look at the map, I guess this large dome is the weird device. So let's see just why it's weird. Now we have a cupboard with 3 switches. Let's leave that for the moment. And on top we've got another symbol. Let's walk around here. Oh, ha ha ha, but wait a second, I missed something important. Let's just step back. Here again, let's take a look. This is an example, ladies and gentlemen, of just how cool Marlies can be. Let's look down at our feet. There it is. Yes. The other symbol. Okay, so let's carry on here. Nothing's this way. No, just a wall. So here we are on the other side. We can look back. We were just standing over there. Now here is a large water tower. And you might remember from the security cameras in the security office that the security camera is filming the other side of that. That's where we saw the clue for the cafe puzzle. We've got a door there, which that's locked. Now, when we were creating this game, actually, I modelled a roof apartment. I modelled another location that was another apartment that would exist on the roof here that we would be able to enter, maybe by this door, and explore. I actually modelled the whole of that location, but again it was another location that didn't feature in the final game. Again, I don't remember the reasons why we removed it, but I'm sure we had good ones at the time. Let's take a look.
And I suppose indeed that door was meant to lead to that apartment.
Yeah.
But now we've put a fence before it, and of course we can't climb over that.
So here we have a wheel that seems to do nothing. Now if you look carefully over there, you can see a door with a globe model and a dome. That is the Novagate Observatory, and it is another location. If you check the map here, we can see from the roof location that we have the observatory over here. Now, what we are supposed to do is to turn this dome. You'll notice that the pathway of the dome is an L shape. We're supposed to turn this dome so that we can rotate it to allow us to get to the Novagate Observatory. And we have to use these devices, this cabinet and the cabinet on the other side, to help us do that. So let's take a look here. We have 3 dials. So let's change this dial and push the white button. So I move that to 3. Let's see what that does. Okay. A green light has been turned on. Let's go back to the cabinet. Let's try moving this to 3. Okay, another green light. Let's try the 3rd button. Okay, so what we have is the first time we pressed the 1st button and we set it to 3, and notice that it lit up this green light here, and this was 1, 2, 3 lights down. So the 1st dial tells us how many lights down we are to move. The 2nd dial we moved to 3 and it put a green light there, and we moved 1, 2, 3 lights across. So the first 2 dials tell us how to position the lights. And then the 3rd dial set it to the 0 point, the origin, and it's set it to purple. The third button controls the color of the light. So we have a 5 by 5 grid of colors. So how should we, what sort of colors should we be using here? Marlies, do you know?
Yes, I know. Well, we've just been in the inner garden, where we saw the grid of windows, and 4 windows were lit with colored lights that were green, pink, yellow and orange. The light on the second row in the second column was green. So if we go to the other cabinet,
so I can clear out the colors we've already entered by pressing this black button here.
Yes.
Okay. So, let's get started.
Okay, the first light, it should be a green light.
Okay.
That should be on the second, well, it should be 2 places down and 2 places to the right. So the first button should be turned to 2.
Yeah.
The second should also be turned to 2. And the third button should be left at 1 because we need a green light.
Okay. So, that's one light.
That's one light. The next light, for that the first dial should be turned to 2, so it's in the correct position. The second dial should be turned to 5, and we need a pink light, and for that the third button dial should be turned to 3. Yes. For the next light, the first dial should be on 3, the second on 2, and we need a yellow light, and that's for that the third dial should be turned to 4. Yes.
Okay.
Then we only need one more light, that's an orange light, and for that the first dial should be on 4. Second should also be on 4, and the third should be on 2.
Okay, so now we should be...
now we go back to the other cabinet.
And surprise, surprise, we turn the wheel. Now this display here should match the combination of window colours in the inner garden. So now if I turn the wheel, we get quite a different response. Success. So we have now rotated the dome and we can access the Nova Gate Observatory, but we're going to travel there in the next video.